Hey everyone, it's Orange. Welcome to Path to Decency episode 59. The last episode was 7 weeks and 3 days ago, so I'm here to update you guys on what has happened on my account and what I've been up to in that time frame. Don't worry, I didn't go anywhere on you guys. I've been here playing Summoner's War every day, grinding, farming dungeons. At this point in time, progress is pretty slow, not much is happening. It's the weekly grind of Guild Wars, farming dungeons, then Guild Wars Rush, then Arena, etc., TOA, pretty boring. So I always like to have a certain amount that I talk about in my Path to Decency episodes. I've told this to you guys before, but I don't want to give you small, boring episodes that are disappointments, so we're here with an episode and some stuff happened. So, gonna update you guys on that, because that's what I do here in Path to Decency. We also have some summons for the end of the episode, so skip ahead to those if you want, I don't care, or watch the episode, then watch those. We have quite a few summons, and the odds of getting something good, I was about to say decent, but I say that word too much, are slightly high. The odds are decent. I need to remove that word from my vocabulary, but I can't because Path of Decency is my baby. Okay, I did split this episode up into 4 categories because that's going to be the easiest for me to tell you guys what's happened. Don't look at the screen if you don't want to see my new monsters, because I did get new monsters. None of them are over here except Lynn. She's a new one that I made, spoilers. So here we go, Arena and Guild Wars, then Arena. I'm going to be showing you guys pictures. I always take screenshots of how we did in Guild Wars each week and Arena each week, so take a look at those pictures, and I'm going to do a quick rundown and also kind of briefly explain how things have been going, the overall themes for Guild Wars and Arena. So we're going to go in chronological order, starting from the last episode. So after the last episode, I was pulling back on rushing and, pretty much rushing, because I have tested my limits, I know my limits, and it's a pretty hard cap for me right now. Guardian 1 is about the highest I can finish. I did get a really lucky Guardian 2 finish once. Oh, I actually got close to Guardian 2 again. I had been thinking, okay, ironically enough, I don't know if this is technically ironically because I don't know the definition of that word, but last episode was called Prepping for G2. This episode, the G2 prep came to me in that summoning session that I did. So, I had been pulling back on Arena. My goal was to finish Conqueror 3 with 1 refill or less. That didn't really go to plan because I failed a few weeks, which means I was negative crystals, and it'd kind of be pointless to make up for those lost crystals, which is, I kind of gave up and I just didn't even rush. So yeah, let's go ahead and starting from the last episode. The first week, we finished Guardian 3 in Guild Wars with a 2-sword rush. That is what we've been doing for a very long time. I'm still in So Fucking Epic, so all of these Guild Wars updates are going to be about my current guild that I'm in. So yeah, Guardian 3 Guild Wars 2-sword rush. Following day, I got Conqueror 2, and I wrote down WTF ? I'm pretty sure that's because I tried to get Conqueror 3 with 1 refill, and I failed. I do remember failing a few times. So yeah, that was that week. The following week, we finished Guardian 3 again, rank 8 in Guild Wars. That may have been our highest finish, I don't remember, I don't think it was, but we finished rank 8 with a 2-sword rush again. The following day, I finished Conqueror 2 with 0 refills. I was very close to Conqueror 3, not sure why I didn't refill. Maybe I was lazy, maybe I told myself I've already wasted crystals failing at getting Conqueror 3. So, I was at around rank 1,200. Yeah, that was that. The following week, we finished Guardian 3 again, so that's 3 Guardian 3 weeks, rank 12. Very, very good on us. Congrats, past self and past guildies, selfs, performances. The following day, I finished Conqueror 3 with 1 refill, so that was my goal, and I wanted to tell you guys, I did do the cheater strategy to finish Conqueror 3. I don't think it's technically cheating, I don't think it's against the rules, but I don't know if you guys know, there is a little cap on how often you can refresh your arena list. So since I was only working with 1 refill, I didn't really want to hit players who weren't going to give me too many points. So what I was doing was I would see who I could hit at the top of my list, I would refresh, And some of my lists, since I'm only still using 2 AOs, I can't hit a ton of people. So sometimes I would maybe get a list that I didn't even like and I'd want to refresh, or maybe I'd hit one person and I didn't want to hit the other people, so I'd want to refresh, and it locks you out. It gives you a countdown timer until you can refresh again. But if you restart your game, if you close out your game and restart it, that timer is gone and you can just refresh. So that's what I was doing. I was doing a pretty slow rush hour. I had enough time to obviously refresh my game, which takes a little while. Not too long, but maybe like 30 seconds. Yeah, probably like 30 to 45 seconds. I don't know. I'm kind of bad at judging time. Well, I'm not really bad at judging time, but yeah, something like that. So I did get Conquer 3 1 refill. That was that. The following weekend, we finished Guardian 3 again with a 2-sword rush. So that's 4 weeks in a row, Guardian 3 2-sword rush. And my guild leaders decided to change to a 1-sword rush the following week because we had been doing so well. We were really safe Guardian 3, and they wanted to do it with a 1-sword rush to make it easier on everyone, so we didn't have to rush or whatever. So that was the plan for the following week. The following day, I finished Guardian 1 with 1 refill, rank 104. I was very close to Guardian 2 again. I honestly don't know how that happened. It must have been some arena fluctuation where I just got really lucky or something. I don't recall if that weekend was a holiday weekend. I can figure out what day it was, and maybe you guys can figure it out because I don't remember what day it was. But the defense I was running, I believe it was Freya, Veligul, Kamoon, Ritesh. So basically a sort of stall defense with Freya being like the core member, and that happened. I did do another refill trying to get Guardian 2, but I ran out of time, so I had 10 wings left over. Guardian 1 with 1 refill. Maybe that kind of made up for it. No, because I did do 2 refills. Okay, whatever. So that was that. So the following weekend, we did switch to that 1-sword rush for Guild Wars, and we did pretty bad. We finished Guardian 1, which is actually pretty bad. I was in a Guardian 1 guild when I pretty much just started playing Summoner's War. After I 6-starred 5 of my monsters, I had like Soha, Beretta, Bernard, Bella, Vero, and I was in a Guardian 1 guild. So yeah, that weekend didn't go too well for us. The following day, I finished Conqueror 2 with no refills. I don't remember how that rush went, but yeah. Okay, we have 3 more weeks to cover. Oh boy, this is getting kind of long, but here we go. We're gonna do it. The following week, we switched back to the 2-sword Guild Wars rush because of how that past week went, Guardian 1, and we finished Guardian 2, which is better than Guardian 1, but my guild is geared towards finishing Guardian 3. We've really been whipping ourselves into shape. Everyone's been working hard on their defenses, so we have been working on turning that around. So, Guardian 2, the following day, I finished Conqueror 3, rank 319. So, something to point out is that for this arena rush hour, my Conqueror 3 rush hour, I summoned some monsters. Some of you may know what they are. Maybe you saw them. Maybe you watched the summoning sessions that I linked down below. But I did use my new monsters for that rush hour, and it didn't go as I thought it would. I honestly thought I'd be finishing Guardian 2 that day, but I did finish Conqueror 3, and my understanding of these monsters probably wasn't the best. I used a defense that I probably shouldn't have because it was maybe not the strongest. Maybe that's, I don't know, yeah, maybe not the strongest. So I did finish Conqueror 3, rank 319. I was a little bit disappointed because I did use my new monsters, but that's okay. I learned stuff from it, and I've been working really hard on researching and learning about my new monsters so I can use them well. So that was that. The following week, we finished Guardian 1 in Guild Wars with a 2-sword rush. I actually don't recall this weekend. I think that was the weekend we lost to Brazilian Rise. We pulled them on offense and then people missed their swords maybe. Yeah, but that pretty much sucked. So my guild has been kind of going downhill a little bit, but we did pick it back up and turn it around. My guild leaders are very motivated to push everyone and have them do their best. I mean, they're not like slave drivers or anything, but they obviously want to do well, and we have a really good guild atmosphere, so they've been turning it around. They've been helping people out with their defenses. I got a message from one of my guild leaders, I guess we could say. Shout out to Doodoo. He was like helping me with my defense. I unfortunately can't re-rune anything until next weekend on free rune removal, but I've been switching around my defenses a little bit. So yeah, this is the current one that I'm using, and we'll see how this week goes with it. Last week I didn't do too well on defense, so I've been working on that stuff. Okay, so the following day I finished Conqueror 2, and I did use my new monsters again. I built a stall type defense, and I guess I'll come back to that later and tell you guys what it was, but it completely failed. The defense revolved around Freya because I don't have a Nemesis healer. Even if I did, I don't think I have Nemesis runes to give that healer. So I did use Freya. Maybe I built her wrong. I may have built her too tanky, but that defense just did horrible. I took 34 hits during Rush Hour, and I only won one of them, and I got knocked all the way down to Conqueror 2. I was in Guardian 1 close to the finish, and I just got knocked down. So yeah, I'm probably not going to be running that defense again unless I fine-tune it or something, but I might just throw that plan in the trash. And then finally, the last weekend, which actually just happened yesterday, because today is actually Arena Rush, so I don't know how I'm going to finish. I'm actually not really going to rush today, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be Conqueror 2. Next weekend I will rush though, because I'm going to be building all my new monsters, which I still haven't told you guys about, but you guys might already know. I keep saying that. Okay, so yesterday we finished Guardian 3 rank 7. That is our second best finish. We finished rank 6 once before, and we've had a lot of top 10 finishes. So since it's last week, I'm going to pull it up live for you guys. And we did a 2-sword rush. And the final fight that we had was against Say Swag again. Very strong guild. Top 5, I think. Maybe even higher than top 5. But yeah, we had a pretty close fight against them. Everyone in my guild, we used all of our swords. And I don't think it was like down to the last sword, but it was pretty much down. It was kind of down to the last sword. I think we may have had one extra sword, which is pretty close. But yeah, everyone did really well. Props to Say Swag again. Very tough defenses. Very well set up. So we got that rank 7 finish, and things are turning around for us. So good job, everyone. Rush was really fun. I was in Discord with my guild, chatting with them. I did my swords because I was focusing, and then I'm like, okay, my swords are done. It's in the hands of everyone else. Then I got in Discord and started talking to them. So that was really fun, seeing if we would win. So that was awesome. And we've picked up a lot of new players recently. Really nice guys, friendly, sociable, amazing, sexy, all that sort of thing. Also, if you guys are interested in applying, I guess I'll give this shout out. I think you're supposed to message FaZe. There's a couple people you can message. Let me just go here. I would message FaZe Panda online, and make sure you kind of have your shit together. Don't just join to be social and have fun or whatever, because I'm trying pretty hard. Even though, hopefully make sure that you can do better than me, because that'd be a good benchmark. Somewhere, around my skill level, maybe a little bit better. But I haven't posted too many Guild Wars videos, so yeah, we're trying hard. So that is that. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and jump into the second category. All that Arena and Guild Wars stuff is done. That was pretty much pretty boring, but I hope it wasn't boring for you, but I'm kind of thinking it was. So the second category is going to be new monsters, and I also have some random stuff written in here, so I guess this is semi-miscellaneous. The first really big thing of this episode that I wanted to share with you guys is that I finished Guardian 1 in World Arena last season, which was actually the first season ever. You can tell by my Theomars skin thing. So let me see if I can find my previous ranking. I don't know if I can. I guess I'll probably just show it to you guys because I did take screenshots of it. So let me talk about my RTA season, and I'm going to be showing you guys clips. I told some people that I would be making an RTA video, but I don't know if that's quite going to happen, so hopefully this will be, good enough maybe. Just because I can't really think of a creative, good way to present my RTA season to you guys. My season consisted of 3 days, I think. Technically 4 if we count any RTA I did before. But it was the end of the season. I decided, how about I just push up and try to get Conqueror, maybe Guardian, just to get some rewards. Maybe I'll get some auras to have on my account. I'm not a huge transmog or aura person, but I figure, why not? It'll kind of be cool to rank myself among every player who plays Summoners War 2. Well, not every player, but you know what I'm kind of saying. So I figured, let's just get some free rewards. I'll spend, a day or two to try to get whatever, and we'll see how that goes. So these are actually the new rewards for next season. So I did RTA for 3 days, which is 90 wings, and I ended up finishing Guardian 1. I believe I was like 1 point above the cutoff, so I was very close to being cut off, and my whole RTA strategy, I'm sure you guys are watching some fights right now that I'm going to magically edit in. My whole strategy was basically I think I had a pool of 6 monsters or so. Let me try to I guess I can't pull them up. I can think of them though. So I would always first pick Theomar's Chisoon because I figure most people have those monsters. Theomar's was really the core monster, the monster that my strategy was built around. Basically Theomar's team and supports for Theomar's. Theomar's Chisoon were most likely my first 2 picks. Then I would pick Ganymede, Velajul, sometimes Huadam too. He was a really big one. And then, so those were like my main ones. And my other monsters that I would sometimes pick were Orion, Lisa, I don't know if I picked Gemini or not, and Ritesh I pretty much kind of gave up on picking because I wasn't getting very good results with him. So that was the strategy. Use that pool of monsters, try to win. Velajul ended up coming through and doing some damage for me. RTA, a lot of teams are more CC teams that do a little bit of damage, but not really like some people. Not every single team, but there are a lot of people out there that run supports that do some damage. So if Theomar's got banned, Velajul was my dude, and I would win some of those fights. So, and then it was kind of a basic, kind of dumb strategy, but I did have to try to identify which enemy monster was the biggest threat to my strategy, ban them out, and then of course I had to target the right people, use the right skills, and all that stuff was enough to get Guardian 1, so I was very happy about that, and I'm using my transmog now, so that's really cool. I've done 3 battles so far because I was kind of bored, but I may just approach it the same way this season, battle at the end, finish Conqueror 3, maybe Guardian 1, try to get some rewards, and see how that goes. So yeah, that was pretty much RTA. I don't think I have anything else to say about it. RTA really does tilt me. I was very tilted at the amount of CC people bring and the amount of lockdown they can have, and Nat 5s. Some fights I just had to straight up surrender or just leave because someone would pick they'd pick Mo Long, the Water Panda, the Wind Panda, Artemil, and I just don't have enough to deal with that. My whole strategy is Theomar's. If they ban Theo, I'm supposed to hit them with Velajul. That's not really going to work with their kits. So some fights I just gave up on. That sort of happened towards the last day when I really kind of got in the groove of things. And then the first 2 days I would always try hard, battle it out till the end because some fights did come down to the very end and I did win some of those. So that was RTA, and I also bought the scrolls from here, so I managed to farm enough points to buy 1 of each of the scrolls, so I went ahead and did that. So those were, I think, all of the RTA points that I earned in the whole season. Maybe I bought a scroll earlier on, I don't remember. But yeah, I just bought all the scrolls, and I don't have any of the wings or anything yet. I thought about getting those, but probably not, so yeah, that was RTA. RTA Season 1. Glad you're gone because that made me pretty frustrated. It was pretty fun watching the Reddit posts. People were predicting what the final end rank would be because of inflation or whatever, math stuff. So people came up with these really cool graphs, and I like that because I like math. And then I was watching it day to day, refreshing, and people would say the new Guardian 1 cap is 1835, and I think I was 1837, something like that, so that was pretty fun. Okay, the next thing, I finally spent money, well, big money, and I bought the 3rd year anniversary package. I figure it was a little bit more worth it compared to the monthly packages that they put out. I haven't spent since December, so it's been 6 months. Yeah, it was 6 months, something like that. So I spent I think it was $100 for the 3-year pack. So I went ahead and bought that, and then I have been buying daily pack 1s, so I'm spending $10 a month, and then every once in a while I'll spend like $100 or whatever. Still only buying things that are really worth it. So from the 3rd year pack summons, I don't think I got anything. The next thing we're going to talk about is the summoning session I did 2 or 3 days after the 3rd year pack summoning session. So I had a lot of exclusive summons saved up. I was going for Illusion. Tiana was in the rotation, Bastet was in the rotation, and Kumar was in the rotation. Kumar is not really that good anymore, but since I have Ritesh, I think Kumar Ritesh can make a really good combo on arena defense, because Ritesh AoE defense breaks, then Kumar can AoE defense break. I've seen some people that run that, and that has caught my eye. It looked legit to me, so I was okay with summoning for that rotation because it has Tiana, oh my god, Tiana, and it also has Bastet, so none of those pulls would be bad for me. They'd be pretty good, actually. Bastet is really good with Illusions. Illusions are my bread and butter AO, so I was looking forward to getting a Bastet or whatever. So I had a lot of exclusive summons, I had some extra scrolls, and I'm going to tell you guys how that went. Hopefully you guys, I'm going to tell you how it went. The summoning session's linked down below. Check it out because I'm about to spoil it. Here we go. So in that summoning session, I did get 3 Nat 5s. Those 3 were Camilla and Samath from my Mysticals, I think it was. I had like 8 Mysticals, and I got them in those 8. Camilla, Samath right away. I was pretty much stunned that that happened. And then a little while after that, I started using my exclusive summons looking for a Lucian to build with a single Lucian team. I was going to build 2 speed Lucians and a fat Lucian, and I pulled Tiana like almost right away. I think it was like 3 summons in. So yeah, Tiana popped out, and that was crazy. I didn't get a Lucian, which is okay. Yeah, it's okay. I think I still want a 3rd one though. It definitely wouldn't be a bad thing to have in the future, to just have that option to do that if I figure out that that's better or whatever. So I'm still saving my stones. I'm gonna skip this Lucian rotation because I don't like the Nat 5s with him. I already have 2 of those Nat 5s. I have Pisama and Lagmaron, so I'm gonna skip that Lucian rotation just because I don't want to risk a duplicate of either of those. I don't think they'd be too useful as duplicates. So yeah, that was pretty big. And right now, I'm going to talk about my plans for next weekend because I just kind of told you guys about those Nat 5s. We kind of have to go back a little bit, so let me go back to those rush hours. I did do mini tests with them. I did a little bit of reruning for 2 rush hours, and I tried using Samath, Tiana, Camilla, Ritesh. I had problems with that defense. I finished Conqueror 3. I didn't finish Guardian 1. I was pretty close. And I was a little bit shocked that I didn't finish Guardian 1. So it might have been rune issues. And Tiana's base speed's actually really, really slow. I personally would have double Lucianed that. I have been double Lucianing people who run Tiana and Samath because her base speed is just so slow. Your Bernard should be able to move before she does, unless she has a really fast set, which I think the only reason why people would run Tiana with their fastest set is if coincidentally it's a will set with high resist or something like that. So I didn't have too much success with that. Then the following weekend, I tried to go for a stall team, like the ultimate stall team, with Camilla, Rena, Ritesh, Freya. I really thought that that defense would work. I don't know why it didn't. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't. Maybe I built Freya too tanky, not really sure. So I will either test that with my guildies and have them hit me, or maybe give feedback on it. One of my guildies did give me feedback on it, and he said it wouldn't stall enough or something like that. But how are you killing that? Because Freya should heal stuff unless you're resetting her with Zyros, but she has 100% resist. I don't know. My plans in the future for my monsters, I'm thinking I'm definitely going to be building new offenses, so this is pretty much concrete unless I pull new things today. The things that I'm really looking for right now are a Kabila to give my fastest set to, so I can build her with P-Sama, Single Lucian, Kabila, and Tion to run a Fat Lucian AO. That's a really popular one right now that a lot of people are having success with. So I could use a Kabila. I've never summoned one before. That's kind of weird, but yeah, that's how it is. I'm also looking for an AoE stripper that's not Tiana, and Kabila too would be good. The cookie cutter defense that a lot of people are thirsty for right now is P-Sama, Kabila, AoE stripper. I'm talking Juno, Praha, Triton. I may have missed, and then there are probably some Nat 5s that can, like Gianna, some other ones that I don't know about, whatever. So they're looking for that, and then they're also looking for a bruiser. The fire bruisers are pretty much people's number one desire right now. Laika, Perna, Rakan. I think those are the main ones. Yeah, I think those are the only three. So that's like the cookie cutter defense that people are running because people don't really have stuff to fight that too easily. But I think it's been around for maybe more than a few weeks, at least a few weeks, so people have been figuring things out. I saw something on Reddit about doing something against it to beat that. So if I got that, I would obviously know, let me go ahead and run this cookie cutter defense, see how it goes. I've been hearing people say that a defense that's better than that is one that actually got legend rank last week or the week before. The player that got it was OS Killa. I don't know if that's his in-game name. I think, that's his Reddit name. Whatever his in-game name is, that dude, he posted to Reddit about it. He used Chiwu, Verad, Kabila, and I believe it was Ritesh. I know it was Chiwu, Verad for sure, and I think it was Kabila, but if you play through how that team works in your head, it works pretty nicely. You got the speed leader, you got the strip, you got the freeze, you got the tankiness. There was some Reddit post yesterday or something, and it said, if you had all the monsters in the game, what Guild War defense and AD arena defense would you build? And someone listed that one. So yeah, I'm just throwing those ideas out there to you guys. I've really been trying my hardest to learn as much as I can about my new monsters. We are not in Kansas anymore. I am not in double Lucian, single Lucian land. Well, double Lucian land, double Fire Mummy land. I'm finally obtaining things that I can work with to make Nat 5 defenses. The mummies may not actually be a bad idea for a stall at the end of Rush Hour if I still am working with my current monsters. I don't know. I don't really know if I have a combination that's like, oh my gosh, I'm orgasming to this because, I don't know. Yeah, I've been trying to think about things. I've been trying to think about using Freya in there with Samath, but I feel like that can be bombed and stuff. So, so let me go back to the AO stuff. So for AO, I'm going to be running a Fat Lucian team. If you guys don't know what a Fat Lucian is, it's a Lucian that is built for damage and damage only, and then Tion will cover, make up for his speed because Tion's going to fill up his attack bar and math and stuff, and then the Lucian goes, I don't know, it's magical, you can build damage on him. I'm going to have to look into it a little bit more because I'm not sure if he needs 20 speed or if he can be literally ran with 0. So, I'll figure that out. And, I've been trying to do a lot of research, too. I've been watching various rush hours, trying to see what defenses people are using in Guardian 2, Guardian 3, and also what offenses people are using. I've been trying to see how cleave teams work, how bomb teams work, and I'm not just talking, you guys are probably like, you're a fucking dumbass. You obviously know how a cleave team works. Galleon defense break, AoE. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the long game because cleave teams most of the time don't wipe out everything on the first turn, and there's some play there. There's Camillas that can solo a whole team, stuff like that. So I've been watching these rush hours. I'm going to give shoutouts to some people. Aspire, I watched, I think 2 of his rush hours, and I was trying to take notes. I was writing down defenses that I thought I could kind of build, but I would have to substitute some monsters. So Aspire, DJ KJK, I watched, I think 2 of his rush hours, and who else was there? Teriyaki LV something or other. He's on global. He was actually hitting me and destroying my defense for the past 2 or 3 days. He posted a rush hour. He was using Ganymede and Lucians. I watched his. I've just been trying to find who do I need to watch to learn about these Nat 5s, because I don't know, I don't research things unless I need to know about them, so I just kind of, using my Lucians now. I don't have anything really better, but now I have options, so... And then the final person that I was watching, I think there's a Chinese channel out there, I kind of forgot the name, like I vaguely know it, but I'll probably butcher it, but they post rush hours, I think from the Asia server, and they have people with good monsters, so I was watching that. I'll give them all shoutouts. So yeah, I've been trying to study up, and then also huge shoutouts, one to my friend Birdie. He really helped catch me up on the current meta. Oh, Fwa too. Yeah, I watched one of Fwa's rush hours from 3 weeks ago, I think. So yeah, Birdie helped catch me up on the meta, and he answered some questions that I had, so that was super helpful. And then I think a couple of my guildies helped too. I was asking one of my guildies above us a few questions, so whoever has, said anything... Oh yeah, and then DJKJK said something, random. He's like, isn't Tion better than Kona? And then I went ahead and I looked up Tion and Kona, and then I realized Tion is better. So yeah, anyone who's helped me, huge shout out to you guys. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all of the recommendations and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't want to, give you guys the wrong idea, people are helping me out too much. I mean, I have gotten quite a bit of help, but yeah, I'm still doing the work, watching these things, trying to learn. So yeah, those are my plans with... Oh, Tiana Cleave. Sorry, I'm ranting. Holy crap. We're 30 minutes in. Okay, so Tiana Cleave, I'm going to be building a Fat Lucian team and a Tiana Cleave team. And the monsters I'm going to be using her, Tiana Galleon, of course. And then the other monsters that are going to fill the last 2 slots are going to be Samath, Lagmaron, Fire Homunculus, and Ganymede. I think those are the best monsters that I have to work with. So I'm looking at building pretty much the Fire Homunculus in place of Zyros. And I hope I will get good results with him. So I think I'm going to be good to go for next free rune removal. Hopefully I'll build my monsters all right, and that should translate really well into Guild Wars 2. I'm going to have a Fat Lucian for Guild Wars. I'm going to have Tiana Galleon, Fire Homunculus for Guild Wars, even Lagmaron for Guild Wars, so that'll be really nice. Okay, so... that was pretty much that. I did end up 6-starring all of them, and like I said, I did do some tests. I'm not actually devilmonning them yet. I'm going to devilmon them on free rune removal, depending on what I deem fit. So if I do end up using the Fire Homunculus, I think I'm probably going to either fully devilmon him. This one doesn't need it though, because it's just a dot. So I'm gonna try to get these 2 skilled up, and probably those 2 skilled up. After that, I think Samath only really needs his middle skilled up. So I'm going to figure it out, but it's just, I have a lot of scrolls right now, and I don't want to make a mistake. What if I pull Zyros? What if he's better to devilmon? So I'm waiting with my devilmon right now. So I have a lot of skills. Samath is not unskilled, or he's completely unskilled. So is Tiana, so is Camilla, and I think I have 16 devilmon right now. So just gonna play it safe until, the absolute last minutes, because that's the best decision to make. So those are my devilmon right now. And that's that. So new AOs, AD, I'm still a little bit unsure about. So we'll see how that goes in the future. The next things on the list are new monsters. We had a Wind Sylph Hall of Heroes, and I did go ahead and skill up my Shimate with those extra Wind Sylphs. My Beretta is already fully skilled. I did that a long time ago because I knew I'd pretty much always be using Beretta for TOA hard, so I devilmoned him a long time ago, and it really paid off for me. So I did put... how many did I get from that Hall of Heroes? I guess 5. So I think I put 5 skill ups on him because I use Shimate a lot. I'm still going to use him after free rune removal because I like using Shimate on AO. I think I will still be able to use him even though I have Samath. Pretty sure I will. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, but yeah, Shimate, I liked doing the skill ups on him because I use him a lot, so that was awesome. Next, we had a Water Barbaric King Hall of Heroes, and I'm still saving those. I know people do use the Wind one in certain situations. There's some sort of Guild Wars combo where people use the Wind one. Where are they? Here. So yeah, I'm just saving those right now So I did that. I 6-starred my Callie a long time ago. It looks like she's in storage. She is the Fire High Elemental because a lot of people use her, so I figure she's kind of a safe bet to 6-star. She's fully skilled up, of course. I've been saving those high elementals to use those on her. I also 6-starred Lynn. How many more? So I think Lynn was the only other 6-star that I made. She is this chick right here. I do not know who discovered her, but huge shout out to whoever that was, because she has spread pretty much like AIDS across every single Summoner's War server. Everyone is using her in Giants is the main place I've seen her, and I've also seen her used in Dragons, probably on the Rift teams too, but I did build mine. I built her too squishy, so I wasn't able to use her, and I fed all of my Amazon skill ups. I think I had some, I knew I was going to build her, and I had some, but I fed them, so whoops. But yeah, I do need to skill her up and make her a little bit tankier, so a lot of people are using her, and they're getting really fast runs with her, so I did 6-star Lynn, but I'm not using her quite yet. Next weekend I will be on free rune removal. 5 stars that I made, Grago and Tion. I'm going to be 6-starring Tion to use with my Fat Lucian team, because I read his skills versus Konamiya's, and Tion, from what I saw, Tion had 3 things better than Kona. Tion has a higher base speed. It's like 5 speed higher. So I think it's 95, and then Kona's is 90, which may matter, it may not, depending on your runes. He may be a little bit easier to speed tune. He also has a bigger heal, I think it's quite a bit bigger, and a res on it, on his heal, which can be nifty. And then the only thing Kona has over Tion is the cleanse. I didn't look at the other base stats. I don't know if they're the same or not. So I think that was pretty much it. Tion's also light, which might not be bad because Kona, since he is water, Tion may draw some aggro that he wouldn't. I don't know. So yeah, I will be 6-starring Tion because of that stuff. And Grago, the light golem, I 5-starred him because I may 6-star him in the future to use in Guild Wars. I do need more Guild Wars options. I haven't been doing super amazing. And he's good for bomb teams and stuff because of his passive thingy. So yeah, I have him 5-starred, ready to 6-star him whenever. I think my next 6 stars, definitely Tion for sure before next weekend. And I've also thought about Rakuni. I'm not really sure though. I may look at trying to 6-star some more new things for Guild Wars defense. I saw someone using the Fireheart Magician on his Guild Wars defense. She seemed pretty legit because I don't have, you know, like every single Nat 5 to choose from. So I'm going to have to incorporate some Nat 4s in there. So yeah, I've been thinking about that. The next category is building upgrades. So for the Glory Shop, I have halted on my building upgrades. I'm pretty much done, like I've said before, except for these 2. I have thought about upgrading the Light Sanctuary because I've been using Gemini a little bit and Huadam, but I kind of gave up on that idea. So every week I'm buying all of the scrolls and the Devilmon. I end up having enough points every week to do that. Even on weeks that I don't do any refills, I do have enough to buy all of those. I've been playing more safer in Arena to be able to have enough points every week to do that. So that's one thing that I noticed about myself. I kind of skip risky fights now. And then let's see. For the guild shop, guild flags over here, I have some upgrades. Flag of Rage level 6, Flag of Will, and also Flag of Will upgrade. I guess it was a level 6 upgrade. And then the Flag of Battle upgrade too. So 3 upgrades. They cost a lot, but it's been a while since the last episode. My next plan, the Flag of Will, which is the defense building, is cheaper. Oh wait, hold on. This one's the cheapest. 2, 4, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to be going for this one next because it's the cheapest. And then after that, I'm going to be going for the HP building, I'm pretty sure, because the 2 middle buildings are really close in price. But the thing is, attackers can benefit from HP a little bit more than they can defense, so more of my monsters will be able to benefit from it. Monsters like Theomars, you do go for HP on him, but you don't really go for defense on him. So I'm probably going to go Rage, Hope, and then Will. And then whatever, and then maybe Battle, depending on what the other prices are. But Rage, Will, Hope are my next 3 that I'm going to do. And I am still buying the Rainbow Mon over here. So that was buildings, and now we are getting into the miscellaneous section, just a couple more things, then we can do summons. So the first miscellaneous thing, I was saving my reappraisal stones because I wanted to look into some math behind it to see what would be my best mathematical decision to which runes to reappraise. And I definitely think it needs to be a rune that has a prefix stat, because I looked at all of my runes and I looked at their efficiencies, and 90%, maybe like 95% of my best runes have a prefix stat. So I think you definitely need to do that for sure. And then aside from that, the whole 2-4-6 versus 1-3-5, a lot of people like to do 1 and 3 because you can't get defense, flat defense, or defense percent on slot 1. Pretty sure that's how it works. I'm pretty sure it's both flat and percent. And then on slot 3, you can't get attack or attack percent. So it just narrows it down a little bit and gives you higher odds of getting speed. So I have been really hesitant to reappraise slot 4 and 6. Slot 2 speed, I think, is a good one to reappraise, but 4 and 6, I just don't want to get cucked if I reappraise an attack rune, like a slot 6 attack. Well, actually, yeah. And then let's say it just gets defense and HP and speed. It's not the best, right? It's kind of more of like a raid monster rune or something weird. So I've been kind of staying away from that. I'm still saving them. I did reappraise one rune recently. Let me pull it up for you guys. So I actually looked at all of my runes that were candidates for reappraisal, and I only found one that I really liked. So was it this one? Yeah. The best stats, the best, prefix stats are resist and accuracy. And I kind of thought, well, I kind of figured that out, and I was looking at some Reddit posts on it. So this one I used maybe like 7 reappraisals on until I got this result, and I was happy with this result. So yeah, this was the only one that I did, and I'm still kind of saving them. But like I said, with my runes, I was thinking, what are the odds that I get a candidate for reappraisal that has resist or accuracy specifically as the prefix? Because I looked at my best runes, I looked at the most efficient runes that I have, and a lot of them had good prefixes. They had like attack percent, HP percent, defense percent, accuracy percent, all that stuff. So I'm probably going to keep saving them until maybe I get another good rune. Like I said, maybe 10% of my best runes did not have a prefix, something like that. So you guys can check it out for yourself on your own runes, but yeah, still kind of saving those, and I'll see what I'm going to do later on. Okay, the next thing, I have been waiting around for TOA free weekend to do TOA. I've never done that in the past, but for the past 2 TOAs I did, just to try to save some energy here and there. Unfortunately, we had one today and yesterday, but I missed them all, so I just did it and I didn't save any energy, but I guess that's fine. So that's one small change that I made in my routine gameplay. After that, Guild Wars teams, I don't really know what that means. Oh yeah, so Guild Wars teams. I haven't told this to you guys. Oh, I did post a video. So I did make a new Guild Wars offense with Talc. So I've been using Velajool Talc Bulldozer. I will link the video to you guys down below. I showcase that team. I got the idea from my guildmate above us. Shout out to him. And it's been working really well. Like I said a couple times in this video, I'm still not where I think I need to be for Guild Wars. I think I need to be a little bit smarter and not so lazy and build some more Nat 4s that are going to help me in different team compositions against, defenses or whatever. But yeah, so that was the new offense that I built, and I've been switching around my defenses. Last weekend, I was using Kamoon, Chisoon, Theo for my first team, and then I was using Gemini, Orion, Ritesh, but I didn't get good results for that second team, so I'm trying out a new thing. Huadam, I think in total with the shield set, he has something like, I re-runed him today actually, he has 52,856 HP, which is pretty sketchy. I don't think it's enough to survive most coppers. My copper does like 52k. So that's probably a problem, but I'm going to try that one out this week and see how that goes. So yeah, Guild Wars stuff, that was that I had to say for that. Next, I did 10, hold on, let me hold off on that. Well, okay, I did 10 random summons for some event that that I didn't show you guys, but I'll probably play them. Didn't get anything from those. We had an event going on where you could redeem light dark pieces or legendary pieces. I honestly really considered redeeming the legendary scroll pieces because at that point I didn't have my 3 new Nat 5s. I had only had like however many Nat 5s I had. I didn't have that many. So I really thought about it because I thought maybe my odds are good to get something from those legendary scroll pieces, but I decided against it because light dark scrolls are so rare. I even crunched the numbers, and from my math was pretty rough. I had better odds of getting something from the light dark scroll than I did from a legendary scroll. The 2 light dark scrolls compared to 1 legendary scroll. So yeah, I did that random math stuff. I put like an hour work into figuring that out, maybe longer. So yeah. Next on the list, I have been buying the daily pack 1s for $4.99, so I've still been buying those. And also, the final thing before the summons, transmogs. I finally bought my first ever transmog. Well, bought, which was Beach Boy Orion. Earlier, I told you guys I did get the Theomar's skin transmog thing, so I have that one, but I finally bought my first one with thingies. So I had, what did I have? 3. So I had 552 summoning thingies or transmog stones. I bought Orion. I couldn't resist it. I couldn't resist the skin with the coconuts. Yeah, I'm digging those nuts. So I bought Orion, then I bought Gemini because I've been using Gemini recently, and I figured Camilla has to get in on the action because she has a Beach Girl skin. I like the Beach Girl skin better than the Goddess of War. I know some people have told me that they like the Goddess of War better, but I like that one, so I bought that one too, but she's not ruined, so I haven't been able to use the skin yet. So yeah, I'm not a huge skin person, but I bought those. So yeah, change of heart with the transmogs. That was it for the episode. This was a little bit longer than I wanted. Regardless, I liked the episode. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and get into the summons. Going to go in my usual order with Mysticals first. I'm not sure. Okay, I only have like 4 slots left, so I'm gonna have to move some stuff over. So we have 3 more. I would honestly pretty much have a heart attack if I get anything from this summoning session. I've already gotten so much. There's so much to think about. Okay, gotta move stuff over. So more would just be too much, I think, for me. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and get back into them. I moved that stuff over. Okay, like I was saying, if I get anything, that would be, that is too much. Definitely rigged. Definitely hacks. Okay, I just did like 20 mysticals and nothing. Something like that. And we still haven't gotten a lightning. I'm not too mad about it though, because I already got all my other monsters. Please don't be a Nat 5. Okay, thank you. I shouldn't say that. Whoa! That is... What's her name? Whenever I summon something, I completely forget about it. The Dark One's Isabel. I forgot this one's name because I'm completely blanking, but if I didn't summon her, I would remember. I was actually thinking about going for this one with exclusive stones because I've never ever summoned one of those before. So that is, wow, that's actually really cool. Hold on, we may have another summon in here. That's actually really cool. So, holy crap, what's her name? I don't know. Oh my gosh, it's just because I summoned her. So I think she was in the last rotation, and I thought about summoning, but I decided against it. So that's amazing. She has a branding, and I think her skill 1 has a defense break too. So I kind of wanted one for... I'm not really sure where I would use her. I've seen her used in a few places. So, where? Dragons, others that I'm forgetting. But I know she's one of those Nat 4s that's pretty good, so I wanted one, and I may be able to build her next week. I'm actually going to be farming Necro, so... Whoa, okay. So I don't think I can use her there. Pretty sure people would advise against that. I don't think she has multi-hits, but that is pretty freaking awesome. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and keep moving through these scrolls here. I'm gonna have to move stuff over again, so I may have to edit the video because... I think I need to buy more slots for my monster storage. Okay, so 1 lightning so far. I did get that Nat 4, but I think it counted as a Nat 3. I think that's how it works. It counts as a Nat 3, and then it rolls to see if it upgrades to a Nat 4. So let me go ahead and make some more storage space here real quick. Okay, we are back. I moved stuff over. One thing I am looking for, hold on, let's see what this is. Soha! That's so cool. I think she was maybe my first Nat 4. She was my first 6-star. Okay, I am looking for, what do you call them? Amazon skill ups for my Len, so hopefully I can get some of those. I haven't been paying attention because I was thinking about other things. Okay, we're going to summon these lovely scrolls from the glory shop that I've been able to buy. And not really anything from those, I don't think. Maybe some skill ups. Hey, an Amazon. That's what I wanted. And I did see a Raccoony back there. Raccoony OP. I said earlier, I am thinking about 6-starring one of my Raccoonies. Or my only Raccoony. Okay, so next we have Light and Dark Scrolls. I'm really hoping for a Kabila. Never gotten one before, so it's good that we're not getting Lightning. Maybe we can get a Kabila. That's not a Kabila. So, goodbye. 3 more tries. It'd be really nice to get her before free rune removal. Okay, Dark Yeti, nice. And we're moving along here. We're getting a Lightning. Please don't be a Hall of Heroes monster. Is that a Fae? That's a Fae. Fae is pretty freaking good. Pretty freaking good. That is a very good, very good light dark pull. I know a lot of people use Fae with single Lucian these days. Shout out to Chuffles. He uses that. One of my guildmates, one of my new guildmates uses that. I would try to say his name, but my accent would be bad. I'm just gonna call him Mars. Shout out to Mars. So yeah, that's amazing. I don't know if I'm going to be building her next weekend, but finally another good light dark pull. Yes. Kabila. Nope, no Kabila. Okay, so looks like Bernard's gonna be built next weekend. And we have 4 legendary scrolls. Let's get into it. What is it? 6.5% chance for a Nat 5 from each scroll. First one is not going to be a Nat 5. I kind of wouldn't be surprised if I did get one, because I have 4 here, but hey, Avarice. Shout out to Avarice. Shout out to my guildmate Denbo. I actually saw him use Avarice yesterday, and it looked pretty cool. So that'd be a really nice skill up, either for Avarice or Kamoon. Maybe I need to do that because I've been sucking in Guild Wars. Not really sucking, but not doing as well as I'd like. Okay, we got a Fedora, so that's cool. And then the final legendary scroll, that Fae pretty much was good enough for the summoning session. Dice Magician, Water Dice Magician. I may already have that one, I don't really know. Haven't seen people use it, but I have seen people use Tableau. Yeah, people think Tableau is really strong right now, and I do think he's strong right now. So that was it for the summoning session and it for the episode. Nice. Let me go ahead and pull up Faye here. That's pretty awesome. Oh my gosh, I think I can use her in Guild Wars 2 because I just was gonna say ignore defense. That's her specialty. Gonna go ahead and lock her. Oh yeah, and I got this chick too. I've never summoned one of these before. So that was actually a really nice summoning session. Really nice. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Feel free to leave me your thoughts down below, whatever. I always love to hear from you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I don't want to leave, but I guess I gotta leave. Okay, so that was it. I already said the thing that I just said twice. I guess I will catch you. Oh yeah, no, that's it. Okay, catch you guys later.